velvet on the barrel, lipstick on the rim. Glass makes a halo where the low lights dim. Laughter in the doorway fades like a bribe. Or hush signs, papers that a shout can't write. I don't hurry destiny, I make it right. Slow as a serpent that knows it's alive. Snap of a match, river of smoke. Every oath in the room remembers how I spoke. If temptation is a weapon, I call it mine. Honey on the edge with an iron spine. He stepped like a verdict, gold at her throat. A comma in the sentence only kings can quote. I said danger, mouse said prove. Hip like a metronome telling the groove. She drew her heart in the fog of my glass and smudged it clean with the back of her laugh. Baby, she said, what buys you calm? Time, I said, in the feel of my palm. I count by silences, tax them like rain, stack them like bills in a patient man's brain. The piano confessed in D minor size, while the horn bargained daylight from night's disguise. She touched the cufflinks, silver and cold, found a reflection in the story I told. Don't reach for my pulse if you don't know the deal. I'm soft to the touch, but the softness is steel. Her smile drew blood without leaving a mark. I signed with a nod and she lit the dark. If desire is a ledger, then here's the figure. Every sweet nothing is a velvet trigger. Breathe slow, let the room lean in. Sugar on a tongue, gun under the grin. Call it love, call it ransom, call it art. Every gentle touch is a blade with a heart. I keep my thunder hidden in a velvet case. Let temptation talk while I save my face. If the night wants proof, I pour it down bigger, pulling figure, one finger on a velvet trigger. No rush, no roar, just a sovereign sway. A kiss like a contract that won't decay. If power needs sugar to make men shiver, I sweeten the barrel of the velvet trigger. Back room quiet hums through the vents. Brass like incense, sins like sense. The dealer blinked twice, the waiter looked away. Somewhere a rumor forgot what to say. She traced the map of the skies I don't show. Named every street by the secrets I know. Where does it hurt? She asked with a grin. In the places I went, I said and went again. Her perfume wrote scripture on a leather banquet. A gospel of wagers I don't regret. I've learned to forgive what I never allowed. I've learned to be quiet when quiet is loud. She put her hand where a holster might be. Found only patience and keys to the sea. Is it love or a lesson? She breathed near my ear. It's whatever survives after smoke and fear. The band bent notes till the ceiling curved, and time like a valet waited and served. If mercy is a currency, I'm a careful giver. I tip the night with my velvet trigger. I learned restraint from a loaded dawn. From a door I could open but chose to yawn. From a rival who guessed and a friend who knew that patience is cheaper than cleaning the room. The city keeps secrets in the teeth of the rain and writes their initials on subway stains. She asked for a truth I never recite, so I gave her a silence tuned just right. Promise me something you can't rescind. Alright, I said I won't pretend. If a crown must weigh, I'll let it weigh. If a love must cost, I'll gladly pay. Her laugh walked barefoot across my nerves. Balanced a blade on the curve that curves. Steady now, let the strings draw near. Make the bass confess what the brave won't hear. Paint the silence black, edge it in silver. Kiss like a verdict from a velvet trigger. I keep my thunder hidden in a velvet case. Let temptation talk while I save my face. If the night wants proof, I pour it down bigger, pulling fade with one finger on a velvet trigger. No rush, no roar, just a sovereign sway. A kiss like a contract that won't decay. If power needs sugar to make men shiver, I sweeten the barrel of the velvet trigger. Breathe through the fuse, don't rush the fire. Let restraint be the quietest choir. When the night leans in like a careful giver, sign with a kiss from the velvet trigger. I keep my thunder hidden in a velvet case. Let temptation talk while I save my face. If the night wants proof, I pour it down bigger, pulling fake with one finger on a velvet trigger. No rush, no roar, just a sovereign sway. A kiss like a contract that won't decay. If power needs sugar to make men shiver, I sweeten the barrel of the velvet trigger. Velvet trigger. Velvet trigger. Velvet trigger. Velvet trigger. Stand out till there's barely a thread. The door takes a bow like it's paying its debt. I leave 2 bills and a promise to deliver. To left as clown low, the light squad river. And a faddy bitty SR waist grando. You level to home. These tests. A velvet trigger. Trigger. Oh, velvet trigger. The moon leans low, crooked wire. My breath smells like smoke and tire. Another night with nothing to prove, just the echo of the man I used to move. The whiskey speaks where words can't live. Quiet sermon no priest could give. In the dark, she nods, she always forgives. I left the town and forgot my fate, chasing ghosts I could never replace. Dreams turned cold in the neon rain. Every step I took just spelled my name. She said, baby, love's a game of death, and I'm still paying what I can't forget. I light a match just to watch it fade, 'cause whiskey don't forget mistakes I made. The jukebox hums the same old lie. Promises burning while the years go by. A stranger nod says I know that pain. We toast the past and lose again. A shadow moves where a perfume stays. It's been 10 years but it smells the same. Every night I try to reset, but whiskey don't forget. No preacher waits, no choir sings, just bottles lined like wedding rings. You can pray or curse the flame, but it'll still spell out her name. Sin comes cheap, truth comes late. Heaven's locked, I missed that gate. And every sip's a cold duet, 'cause whiskey don't forget. So pour one for the man who lost his fight, still singing low through another night. He left soft at what he regrets, yeah. Whiskey don't forget. It hums my sorrow in a golden tone. whiskey don't forget. Photos torn, but her smile still stings like a chord that never stops to ring. I left a name carved on a ballroom door. She left her heart on my bedroom floor. The past don't sleep, it just waits in line with an open seat and a glass of wine. I try to heal, but the blues still bet that whiskey won't forget. The road arms low, the ties confess. Every mile a wound I don't address. I chase forgiveness down dead-end streets, but mercy don't speak to men like me. I see her face in motel glass, reflected pain that just won't pass. I smile faintly, try to reset, but whiskey don't forget. The man in the mirror grins too wide. He's tired of watching me run and hide. He says, boy, the truth is a debt unpaid, and whiskey's the price that never fades. The blues ain't cruel, it's just fair. It gives you pain, cause nothing else cares. You lose your soul, your last roulette. Still, whiskey don't forget. I used to play loud for a crowded room. Now I hum slow in the shadows tune. She said I'd drown in my own regret. Now I float on a sea I can't forget. The night don't judge, it just takes its due. Each drop a story I swore was true. The flame still burns my silhouette. Whiskey don't forget. Pour one more for the ones who tried to love too hard and still got denied. For the ghosts that dance when the lights reset. Yeah, whiskey don't forget. Raise that glass to the sinner's song, where right feels right and wrong feels strong. No crown, no party, no dignity, cause whiskey don't forget. I sold my peace for a steady flame. Signed the night beneath my name. The bar's near empty, but the sound still sways. A broken prayer to better days. Each note bleeds, each silence weighs. She's gone, but her ghost still plays. And in that hush, a cold regret whiskey won't forget. I ain't holy, I ain't free, but I still keep time in minor key. If hell had a stage, I'd play it blue, cause the devil drinks the same as you. My song's a scar I can't outplay. It follows me night and day. I drink the dreams not finished yet, cause whiskey don't forget. No choir hums, no dawn redeems, just a low hum of forgotten dreams. The truth don't fade, it just resets. Whiskey don't forget. It's mercy's twin with a bitter face, a cold hand, a warm embrace. I fade, I fall, I owe that debt. Whiskey don't forget. So pour one for the silent kind who left their peace but stayed behind. For every man the world mislay, yeah, whiskey don't forget. No crown, no light, no silhouette, just the smoke of a no regret. And if I'm gone, remember yet, the whiskey don't forget. dreadful. Street holds his breath like a locked safe door. Rain scrubs footprints off the floor. Neon forget the names it spelled. Windows keep the secrets they were told too well. Boots slam soft, heartbeat slow. I pass through the night like I already know. If justice came, it came without poise. No witness, no echo, no noise. I learned to move like a rumor behaves. There for a second, then nothing but waves. A hand on a knob, not a fist on a gate. I buy my time and I sell men fate. Knuckles stay clean in a city of chalk. I ride in step, not in talk. Shadows salute when the orders need. Law arrange on a silent street. There's a size to mercy, a price to prove, a way to fix leaks in a weathered roof. You plant like rain, you hit like dust, leave nothing but the scent of trust. No one sees the math I use, just exits opening where I choose. If thunder has to be employed, I send it home. No witness, no noise. Count to 4 with a borrowed breath. Fold your rage, let it rest. If truth must walk, the truth avoid the crowded steps of a noise. No witness, no noise, just the law of the room. A slow-moving verdict that never blooms. If crowns need thunder to keep their poise, they were never crowned, just noise. I sign with a nod, a race with a choice, the city learns. No witness, no noise. The door swings once, the hinge says less. A coat collects the dust it bless. Two men argue on a sheet of glass. By morning the argument doesn't pass. Not death, not fire, just the end of a thread. And not undone where fear once bled. I don't chase blood, I chase the source. Turn rivers by an inch of force. This isn't vengeance, it's maintenance paid. The difference between a cut and a blade. A saint would pray, a coward flee. As I count to 4 and set men free from the debt they earn, the lies they deploy. I cancel the volume. No witness, no noise. Breathe in, let the floorboards hold. Let brass keep quiet, the snare grow old. If guilt is heavy, I'll make it a poise, balanced by absence of noise. No witness, no noise, just the law of the room. A slow-moving verdict that never blooms. If crowns need thunder to keep their poise, they were never crowns, just noise. I sign with a nod, a race with a choice, the city learns. no witness, no noise. She meets me under a sleeping sign, eyes like a ledger crossing a line. Tell me, she whispers, what silence buys. Tomorrow I answer without alibis. She touches my sleeve like a lie I kept, finds only patience, finally wept. I show her a map with streets turned thin, paths I've cleared for boys to begin. She says, does mercy leave a stain? I say, not if you teach it rain. I don't stack bodies, I empty the room. I lay down outcomes that don't need a tune. When danger begs for a louder voice, I close the ledger. No witness, no noise. Hold the breath, let the hour decide. Stand where the lesser kings divide. If power's real, it never employs the brittle crutch of noise. No witness, no noise, just the law of the room, a slow-moving verdict that never blooms. If crowns need thunder to keep their poise, they were never crowns, just noise. I sign with a nod, erase with a choice. The city learns. No witness, no noise. Bring me the locks that break without sound. Bring me the debt that never was found. Bring me the blade that cuts like air, leaves no tear and leaves no tear. Bring me the rumor with missing feet. Watch it fail to cross this street. If justice must sing, let it hum instead. A single note in a careful head. I turn the key where the night employs a simple rule. No witness, no no. Walk, don't swear. Fix, don't flare. Count to 4. Close the door. Arrivals grin, left fingerprints thin.
Daylight sits quiet on a workbench scar. Dust makes halos where the tools now are. Piano breath, a low D chord. My hands remember what they're for. No crowd, no clout that needs a jury. Just honest work with hands without hurry. I hammered my youth to a louder law. Built fast kingdoms out of raw. The nails look brave till the boards pull thin. Speed was a show I kept within. Now I square the wood till corners rest. Let patience choose which cut is best. I sand the edge till the splinters learn that time is a teacher that doesn't burn. I oil the hinge and watch it sing, a quiet arc. I spares the spring. The door behaves like a truer story. That's what you get with hands without hurry. Count to 4 on the ribs, not eyes. Let breath be the rule that squares your lies. If pride says faster, smile and defer. What's meant to last prefers the slower. Hands without hurry, they hold, they mend, they stay. They make a room sturdy and keep the sharp away. No neon needed, oh, no borrowed jewelry. Just work made right by hands without hurry. Oh, the street outside wears a softer shoe, the kind that walks what it means to do. A neighbor waves with a fence half broke. We trade 2 planks and a lighter yoke. He says I rushed it, I say we've all then measured twice, so boards don't fall. We share the weight on the end that bites, leave room for swelling on rainy nights. He breathes like someone who found his floor. I find my peace at his front door. The screw seats slow till threads find glory. Another job done with hands without hurry. Breathe on full, let the snare stay low. Let piano leave space where meanings grow. If yesterday begs for a faster story, let today reply. Hands without hurry. Hands without hurry, they hold, they mend, they stay. They make a room sturdy and keep the sharp away. No neon needed, no borrowed jewelry. Just work made right by hands without hurry. I've learned the grammar of a grain and glue, how keep secrets, how maple's true, how mercy sends down a jagged word, how screws don't strip if your fate's not hurried. I fix a chair where a child will climb, build in a rhythm that honors time. My knuckles wear a wiser stain, not blood, not brag, but honest grain. I keep a box of screws I save for days when lack meets a love I braved. A measured drawer labeled ordinary glory, a craftsman's gospel, hands without hurry. Count to 4 till the pulse sits right. Let strings bow warmth instead of might. If thunder lobbies for his story, let hinges vote for hands without hurry. Hands without hurry, hey. They hold, they mend, they stay, hey. They make a room sturdy, hey. And keep the sharp away, hey. No neon needed, no borrowed jewelry. Just work made right by hands without hurry. And bring me the locks I slam for show. I'll lower them now and let them go. Bring me the names I carved too deep. I'll plane them smooth where children sleep. Hey, bring me the miles I sprinted thin. I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let slide guitar bend once and rest. Let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants a quicker glory, teach it a slower, better story. Say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. Evening leans through an open frame, paint dries level without a name. I write the date on the windowsill, sign it small so the house stands still. A letter waits with a grateful line about that table holds just fine. I fold it twice like a carpenter's square, lay it flat in remembered air. What I repair repairs me too. The proof soup on Sunday, a story's glory. Feet on floors, cured without hurry. And hold that fall, let the rim click fade. Let patience harvest what time has made. If pride asks who will tell your story, I'll point at the doors that open surely. Hands without hurry, they hold, they mend, they stay. They make a room sturdy and keep the sharp away. No neon needed, no board jury, just work made right by hands without hurry. I touch the bench where a boy will learn, teach him the grain and how clamps turn. He asks, why wait if we know it fits? Because I say wood has its wits. Because a laugh is a house you build with.
Bass exhales like a sleeping flame. The room leans closer, hear my name. A silver curl of smoke takes turn. I wet my lips on the gentle burn. The clock keeps time and velvet clicks. The snare suggests the pulse is fixed. And the night she nods, prepared to learn how power moves in a gentle burn. I keep my heat behind the eyes, a quiet truth that never lies. No spark to boast, no torch to wait, just slow fire other men crave. My shoes write maps across the floor. My breath unlocks a waiting door. The air grows soft, the edges turn. The room is mine by gentle burn. Perfume slips along the bar, a comet sent from where we are. I tilt the glass, the bass agrees. The organ hums like summer breeze. No rush to chase, no need to prove. I let the silence make the move. One heartbeat more, the doubts adjourn. She draws to me by gentle burn. Ain't no preacher teaches art to pace the flame and guard the heart. You bank the coals, you slow the turn. You win the night in how you burn. No sudden flash, no reckless churn, just patience fed to what you yearn. And when the nerves begin to yearn, you lift the lid of gentle burn. So pour one for the men who never rush, who stir the room with breath and hush. He laughs low, lets embers turn. He owns the night by gentle burn. It hums like silk, it glows like wine. It draws the soul on its own time. I ain't begging fate to learn. I warm the dark with gentle burn. She finds my gaze and holds it light. Not quite a dare, not quite quite a fight. Her smile arrives the way he does, a slow reveal the body loves. I trace the rim of crystal glass, let moments breathe and let them pass. Her hand lifts once, our rhythms turn. We talk in code of gentle burn. I learned to bank the blaze within, to keep the edges smooth and thin, to aim desire like a bow, to make it sing but never show. A whisper here, a measured glance, a shifting weight, a smaller stance, while others flare and then they churn. I hold the line in gentle burn. The man in the mirror tips his head, says, boy, you feed what should be fed. You don't ignite what should be earned. You let the lesson come unspurned. No fury trick, no brittle turn, just proof in how the embers burn. He taps the glass, the truth returns. Control is heat, the body learns. The band sinks low to clear the lane. The snares a whisper on the grain. The kicker hard beneath the floor invites the soul to want for more. A slide guitar like satin thread stitches hush to what I said. The light goes warm, the corners churn. They lean toward the gentle burn. Pour one for the man who knows his heat, who keeps it close and makes it sweet. He hums low, lets embers turn. He rules the room by gentle burn. Raise your glass to the patient flame, to steady hands that never claim. No violent spark, no savage turn, just sovereign calm and gentle burn. A single note becomes a vow, a soft come here without a sound. The rhythm opens like a door, the heat invites, not shouts for more. A hush collects on every face, desire guided set in place. The groove unbuttons line by line, the burn grows gentle by design. I ain't holy, I ain't tame, I simply mastered how to aim. I let the wanting find its shape, I keep the blaze inside the drape. I know the cost of fire's wild, they leave the heart a wayward child. But here I stand where lessons turn. The rain don't lie, it tells the truth of trust misplaced and wasted youth. The night don't talk, she just observes how love can twist what it deserves. The air feels thick with sweet denial, the kind that hides a knife behind the smile. In the dark, she nods, she's seen this tribe. She spoke like wine, I drank too fast, believed each word would surely last. Her eyes a mirror too kind to read, her lips a prayer I didn't heed. Every promise came wrapped in silk, soft as mercy, sharp as guilt. And though she swore to stay a while, there was a knife behind her smile. The truth don't scream, it just appears between two lies and quiet tears. I found a scent on a stranger's skin, felt my heartbeat cave within. The bed felt cold, though the night was warm. The storm outside became her phone. The silence left, I lost my style. To the night, to her smile. No preacher preaches this kind of sin, when love cuts deep and bleeds within. You can't confess what's half your blame, you just drink down the taste of shame. The mirror shows what I can't deny, a man too proud to even cry. And though forgiveness walks a mile, it lives behind that smile. So pour one for the fool who believed her eyes, who thought that heaven don't disguise. He laughs low, he hurts in style, 'cause there's a knife behind the smile. It glows like faith, it feels like sin, cuts from the heart, not from the skin. I ain't seeking truth or trial, just the knife behind the smile. I burned her letters in the sink, watched love turn smoke before I blinked. Each word curled soft and turned to ash, like time erasing every flash. Her name still hums when I close my eyes, a ghost that no goodbye denies. And though I've walked 1,000 miles, I still feel the knife behind her smile. I caught my face in the window stare, a broken man pretending care. I lied to friends, said I moved on, but pain plays slow, it ain't gone. The blues don't heal, it just refines, turns wounds to rhythm, tears to lines. And though I play it cool a while, it bleeds, that knife behind her smile. The man in the mirror speaks too plain, says, boy, you fed the fire with blame. He don't sneer, he don't accuse, he just counts the debts I choose. He says, she ain't cruel, she's just the truth. You loved her edge, not her proof. And in that hush of self-denial, he points to the knife behind the smile. I saw her once by the riverside. She turned away but didn't hide. Her silence said more than I could bear. Her calm was colder than the air. She smiled soft and looked away.
I swear that grin still cuts today. No mercy left to reconcile. Just that knife behind the smile. Pour one for the man who learned too late that love and pain share the same fate. He hums low, he bleeds in style, 'cause there's a knife behind the smile. Raise your glass to the ones who trust, to every heart that turns to dust. No glory left, no trial, just the knife behind the smile. The night hums low, the truth breathes deep. Every promise I made won't sleep. I strum the wound, I taste the rain, playing a name through every pain. Each note I bend bleeds pure and vile. It sings that knife behind her smile. And when the smoke fills all the aisle, I still feel the knife behind her smile. A quiet hill with the grass laid low. Telephone wires hum what the seasons know. Boot soles find the truth of ground. Piano of crickets, no other sound. I open my palms to whatever's been and feel the old clean weight of the wind. I used to fight weather with iron lungs, argue with thunder like it owed me songs, chased every rumor with a sharpened shoe, turned every whisper to something I do. But storms get bored of the boy who shouts, teach him the value of leaving things out. Now I stand smaller and hold more sky, let clouds pass through without asking why. The trees keep counsel with a patient sway, counting to 4 till the rage goes gray. A leaf rides past with a saint's small grin and knows how to travel the weight of the wind. Breathe on forward, don't force the air, let your ribs be a rocking chair. If pride wants volume in velvet skin, answer softly, carry the wind. The weight of the wind is light but sure, a tender burden I can't endure. It presses and blesses the bones I mend. I bow a little then rise again. No crown, no witness, no oath to spend, just me and the old clean weight of the wind. I learned to repair what I used to replace, to sand down anger to a workable grace, file off edges that begged for blood, trade iron for patience and fire for wood. My name used to knock like a bailiff's fist, now it arrives like a morning mist. I keep my promises near the wrist, so when I reach they won't be missed. A widow sweeps a stoop 2 doors down,
drums a hymn that wears no crown. We share a nod that could feed a town, a treaty of ordinary worn like a gown. The wind signs off with a cedar's pen, rides carry less on the skin of men. Count to 4 while the snare stays thin, let the heart say stay and the breath come in. If yesterday asked to be loud again, point to the hill, say listen, wind. The weight of the wind is light but sure, a tender burden I can endure. It straightens posture, slows the end, teaches a spine how not to bend. No throne, no trumpet, no staged amen, just me and the old clean weight of the wind. There's a coat I wore through a furious age, lined with the clatter of a louder stage. I hang it now on a quieter hook, let fabric remember what rage once took. My hands smell faintly of oiled old keys, doors I can open without making pleas. Not every lock needs force to spin, some undo easy with the wind. I measure my strength by what I spare, by paths I leave for others to wear. If a bridge needs toll, I'll pay in peace, offer my silence by release. I'm learning to lose like a patient friend, to give the victory to the wind. Breathe on 4, let the drums stay low, let the strings lean in and let them go. If fear demands a harsher end, answer with breath, answer with wind. The weight of the wind is light but sure, a tender burden I can endure. It lifts my anger from under the skin, turns sharp to round, turns lost to kin. No medals pinned, no debts to spin, just me and the old clean weight of the wind. Bring me the doors I slam for proof, I'll hinge them soft beneath this roof. Bring me the names I said too fast, I'll speak them slow till the hardness pass. Bring me the miles I sprinted then, I'll walk them back in a steadier skin. Let guitar bend like a reading prayer, let bass say home on the lower air. If courage is quiet, it sounds like this, a breath held true, a moment kissed. Say less, stand still, count to 4, let it fill. A child chases kites near a chain link wall, string line laughing at the threat to fall. His mother holds a spool like a steady moon, teaches him drift is a kind of tune. I learn again what the young already know. You fly by giving the wind more rope, not by yanking heaven to your plan, but by walking honest as a man. A sparrow stencils a dotted hymn, from wire to wire, neat and slim. It doesn't explain how the currents blend, just rides in trust on the weight of the wind. Hold that 4 till the doubt grows kind, let your pulse be a gentler mind. If thunder begs to be your friend, shake its hand, then keep the wind. Count to 4 with a longer trust, let the drum be dust, the bronze be rust. If night requests one final grin, exhale slow and hand it the wind. The weight of the wind is light but sure, a tender burden I can endure. It clears the room where the loud ones grinned, leaves only tools a good life needs. It leans me forward, keeps me thin, enough to fit where mercy is. No crown to straighten, no swords to tend, just me and the old write it in grass. Right.
The floorboards hum like a hidden vein, a silver pulse beneath a grain. The lights lean low, the room holds still. I count my breath, I tune my will. A watch clicks time against my skin. The night inhales and lets me in. And the dark, she smiles, she knows its walls. A crown that beats and silver poles. I walk like thunder wrapped in cloth, a quiet oath, a tempered frost. My shadow folds along the wall. I don't need height to stand up tall. The baseline nods, the glasses stay. I pay in patience, not in sway. The room pivots on my pulse. Silver steady, never false. Cufflinks glint like midnight vows. I keep my calm, the world allows. A leather chair, a whisper seat. The groove obeys my measured feet. No fever pitch, no frantic boast. Just heat that moves from coast to coast. I speak in breath, the crowd consults. Writing law in silver pulse. Ain't no preacher teaching this restraint. You earn this nerve by what you ain't. Don't chase the noise, don't beg the thrill. Let power rise in quiet skill. It climbs the spine, it finds the walls. It turns your doubts to dwindled salts. And when the world demands results, you answer with a silver pulse. So pour one for the kings who never shout, who let their rhythm take the doubt. He laughs low, keeps perfect waltz. He wears his crown in silver pulse. It hums like steel, it sways like silk. A slow burn storm in satin milk. I ain't asking fate for bolts. I move the night by a silver pulse. The band lays back to let me breathe. The snare's a whisper under sleeve. The organ sighs a smoky thread. The lights draw halos round my head. No empire built by louder hands outlasts a man who understands. A leader bends the air he holds with timing sharp as minted gold. I learned to take the longer path, to split the storm in halves of math. I spilled my rage, then kept the coal. I feed it slow, it feeds my soul. A smile so slight it barely moves. A nod that tells the city's grooves. Relax your fists, release the jolts. Let strength arrive in silver pulse. The man in the mirror lifts his chin, says, boy, you found the calm within. It ain't the roar that rules the room. It's when your silence shapes its tune. No blade required, no bargain rage. You turn the page, then set the stage. He taps my wrist, I hear the waltz. The watch keeps time in silver pulse. She entered slow, a comet's curve, with eyes that test a man's reserve. I tilt my glass, I do not chase. Control is how the strong embrace. The bass grows warm, the chatter fades. The air commits to cleaner grades. She reads the stillness that exalts. A quiet crown and silver pulse. Pour one for the man who doesn't rush, whose greatest weapon is his hush. He hums low, keeps steady waltz. He crowns the night with silver pulse. Raise a glass to the iron calmed eyes that soothe instead of harm. No storm to spark, no blame to dose. Just sovereign heat in silver pulse. Becomes
hush becomes the richest code. The Hammond's breath like velvet smoke, the snares a metronomic spoke. I lay a palm upon the oak, the lacquer mirrors what I spoke. The room leans in, the fire molts. We sail by a star of silver pole. I just outgrew the frantic game. I pace my heat, conserve the burn, let lesser tempers twist and churn. When greed arrives to take its cut, I pour it out and close the shut. A simple nod, a door that bolts. I'll move the world by silver poles. Ain't no choir singing for my name, no trumpet flare to gild the frame. The proof is how the chaos slows, how even thunder learns repose. A leader's gift is when he halts the room with nothing but his waltz. You want the key, reduce the jolts, and listen for the silver pulse. So pour one for the sovereign few, whose cadence tells the night what's true. He laughs low, lets moments waltz. He wears his crown in silver pulse. No throne required, no gilded vaults, just breathing time without defaults. And when I fade, recall the waltz, a crown that beat in silver pulse. I've seen plows reel to something fair, then break like glass and pull to air. I've seen stoves tie up to the press, and riots fall to temple stairs. The night forgives the ones who low, the days the fire blowing so. Sure I turn the brace, release the jaw till leave my name in silver poles.
Dawn loosens the knot on the eastern seam. Mist folds slow like a patient dream. Gravel breathes under honest shoes. Water speaks in quiet news. I touch the rail of a weathered shore. The river moves, but it don't rush anymore. I used to chase what the thunder sold, trade young fire for borrowed gold. Ran with a clock clenched in my jaw, bit down on seconds till I cracked the law. Every bridge was a dare to run, every street a loaded gun. Now I count by softer signs, bird prints stitched in muddy lines, steam from a mug that forgives the cold, stories that learn to age, not fold. I wear a coat with fewer wars, let the wind edit what time ignores. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let the breath be the calmer guide. If yesterday bangs like a locked old door, let water answer, not anymore. doesn't rush anymore. It carries, it keeps, it sets ashore. It turns sharp stones to a kind of foam, teaches a spine how to weather a storm. I lift my hands and I ask no more. I walk beside what I begged before. Call it mercy, call it Lord. The river doesn't rush anymore. I've seen men drown in a thimble of need, argue with blessings, sprint past the seed. I've watched loud hearts hire a crowd to clap for the breaking they wore like a shroud. I've bargained with rage and I've rented regret, paid too much for a faster bed. But patience writes smaller checks that clear at dawn without side effects. The heron stands like a seasoned judge, feeding rumor, mine won't budge. He blinks the noise off both his eyes, signs the minutes and lets them rise. Breathe on full, let the snare stay faint, leave the drum for the softer saint. If pride comes limping to settle a score, let the river say, not anymore. The river doesn't rush anymore. It carries, it keeps, it sets ashore. It rounds the edges, the city wall, returns the name to a truer core. I give my hurry to the water's floor. It dissolves like salt I can't restore. Call it wisdom earned in pores. The river doesn't rush anymore. There's a road that taught me how to bow without losing bow, to stand like fence posts hold a field, firm below and warm to yield. I used to think that peace was weak, till silence answered when I'd speak, till mercy held my shaking hand, till rest rewrote my business plan. Now when a rumor lifts its blade, I change the light, not the parade. The younger me would press and roar, the older me opens one more door. Bring me the miles I tried to sprint, the letters I sealed but never sent. Bring me the locks I broke for show. I'll lower the hinges and learn them slow. Let the guitar bend like willow bone, let the bass say stay, be stone. If time is water and I'm the shore, let love erode what hurt was for. Say less, hold more, count to 4, let it pour. A kid throws sticks where the eddies spin, watches each choice decide its end. Some sink quick, some turn and glide, some find the far bank's patient side. His mother laughs at a stubborn twig, says even the small learn how to dig. I taste a memory on my tongue, the first time failure kept me young. When I stopped forcing every bend, let a smaller victory be my friend. When later wasn't lost or chore, just ripples moving toward a shore. Count to 4 till the fear grows bored, let quiet be the last strong word. If lightning brags like it owns the floor, I show it water, not anymore. The river doesn't rush anymore. It carries, it keeps, it sets ashore. It hums the names we used to score, turns sharp to round from push to pour. I give the wheel what water swore, to mold, to live the score. Not any Abulido. The river doesn't rush anymore.
Sappho's odor out the canfoto. Wind says may nevermore. A town's the tower with a man at shore to carry stone.